early Shabbat Shalom. I'm really sorry about the lighting. It's kind of like when the lighting goes into the room like this. We'll do the best we can. And what I want to do is, yeah.
All right, so please, hold on one second. Make everybody muted. And Zach, Alan, guys, can you help me do this, please?
Are you asking me?
I think you're okay now.
Are we good?
We're good.
Okay, early Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm going to sing a warm-up for Shabbat, and then we're going to do something special. Because Stan was talking about the Abadayas, and we're going to do something along those lines. So a little warm-up for Shabbat. You hear me okay? And you're welcome to sing this with me. Stan, if Ken or Will Brask is waiting to come in, it's kosher. You can let him in. Okay. Alrighty. So Stan was talking about the Abigadayas, and he asked me to do something special, which I am going to do right now and put my guitar away. And they wrote a number of pieces that are traditional with their own style. So I'm going to sing Psalm 130, short version. Psalm 130, the Abigadaya version of Psalm 130, Kili Olam Chasto. Hodel Adonai ki tov, Kili Olam Chasto. Hodel Elohei, Elohim, Kili Olam Chasto. Hodel Adonai Ha'adonim, Kili Olam Chasto. V'yosei nifla'ot gedolot levado, Kili Olam Chasto. Again, that was a Psalm 130 Abigadaya version, and thank you for asking me to do that. Happy to help you out. So now we're going to go on to.
We have Eric Besser with us from the Seaboard region, which we talked about, and he's going to say a couple of words. Eric, do you want to go ahead?
Sure, thank you. I am so excited that the entire region, the entire FJMC has taken on this this project that we have raised almost $8,000 since since the Kiddush concert on Sunday. So it has been a remarkable way of reaching out and helping the community. The Abu Udaya community is an old community. It's a vibrant Masorti community, and it is a struggling community. I wish I could be optimistic, but the lockdown is far more severe this time than it was the first time. And there are real penalties for violation of the lockdown. People cannot get to their jobs, cannot get to, cannot travel, cannot get to whatever deliveries that they need to make. And so it's a tough situation. So we've pushed in the chat the donation links to the Abu Udaya donation site for the US and for Canada. And the program that we had Wednesday night at the convention highlighted the vibrancy of the community. And what was exciting for me, watching my son's documentary take shape, in that his documentary called A Jewish Life has access to 3 Jews around the world. And the common thread the common thread that goes between all of the types of communities is the ritual and is the songs that they sing. And when I watched Havdalah being sung in the common tune that we have used at Camp Ramah and at the FJMC retreats and convention, they sang the same melody in Uganda. Watching the services, it's the same. My son's comment to me when he was in Uganda is, "Dad, this is the same prayer book I grew up with." So right now we are reaching out and helping our fellow brothers in the men's club in Uganda, and we're really making some progress. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart this what we would like you guys to do. And I'm going to wrap up real quick. Is to take the emails that you have, take the links to the presentation that we did on Wednesday night, take the links to the website, push them to your synagogues, get the communications people in your synagogue to send those out in email, make everybody in your synagogue aware of the type of community, the vibrancy of this community and their needs right now. So thanks for letting me do this tonight. And
Thanks, Eric.
And Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
Okay, thanks, Eric. That was really lovely. And I was happy to sing that little short piece. What we're going to do now is I'm going to go onto a screen share. I know this isn't what you always do, but I'd love for you to see the Lev Shalem Kabbalat Shabbat and how my synagogue normally does it. There are a few people from my shul who are involved right now who are participating, and some of them will actually be participating. And so I'll screen share and we'll go on. A second here, just gonna get everybody set. Can you see the Yudi Nefesh? Okay, give me a second here. Just wanna. I can't pull everybody here. There
It's
we
on.
go. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna go to Lachuna Ranana, and if I can't see somebody on the screen, Stan, would you be able to unmute them?
Just tell me who.
What?
Just tell me who.
Yeah, okay, when the time comes. Right now I can't, for some reason, I'm not getting everybody lined up.
We have a whole team ready for you.
All right, that's great. Okay, here we go. At the red arrow, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Arba'im shana kut b'tor va'omar amto ene b'hem v'hem lo yadu derachai asher nishmati b'api imi va'ona menuchati. Okay, we're going to go to letter B. I wonder if Denise Borish is online. If is, please unmute her. If not, we may have lost her. Denise Borish, is she there?
Don't see her.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll go to Shiru. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Hada, Shiru Ladonai, Kaharet, Shiru Ladonai, Kwaku Shema, Basru Miyam Nayam Yeshu Ata, Sapru Vagayim Kevada, Bifala Amim Niflatab, ay, 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 ay. Okay, at the red dot, Yismichu Hashamayim, Yismichu Hashamayim, Yismichu Hashamayim, Betagel Haaretz, Yiramayam, 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 Omerah, Yiramayam, 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 Omerah, Yalom Lifnei Adonai kiva kiva nishmat haaretz, yishpat tevel v'tzedek v'yamim v'yamunato. Okay. We'll do this next one silently. I don't know if you'll haaretz yizruyim rabim. And 4 lines from the bottom. Or Zarua Lat Sadiq, or Yishvede Simcha. Or Zarua Lat Sadiq, or Yishvede Simcha. Simcha Tzadikim Badonai, Behodu Lezecher Kadsho. Okay, did Denise Boris anytime perhaps get on yet? Yes or no? Denise,
Nope.
You don't see her. Okay, well, the next one, letter dollar. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Ki Nifa'a, Sahoshia Lo Yamina, Uzra Wakadsha, Hodia Adonai Yeshu Atam, Ayay, Ene Ha-Ha-Goyim, Ki Hilatzikata, Ay, 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 that's what Yeshua Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpat haaretz, yishpat tevel v'tzedek v'yamim v'yemei sharim. Okay, so if you could please unmute one of my congregants, Susan Lampert. She'll do it for us in English. Susan Lampert. Are we good?
We should be able to unmute now. See if we can get her to do it.
Yep.
There we go.
Adonai reigns, nations tremble. The one enthroned amidst the cherubim makes the world quake.
Adonai is
Adonai
great
is great
and
and
Zion.
mighty
Above
above
all
all
nations, they
nations.
shall acknowledge your name, saying, Great, awe-inspiring Holy One.
A sovereign strength lies in the love of justice, and you forge the paths of truth, judging Jacob righteously and justly.
Exalt Adonai our God, bow down before God the Holy One.
Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel among those who called upon the divine name, called to you, and you answered them. You spoke to them from amidst the cloud. They kept your covenant and the law you gave them. You answered them, Adonai our God. You were a forgiving God to them, even as you punished them for their transgressions.
Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy.
Holy.
Okay, and we'll sing at the end, Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu behar kadsha. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu behar kadsha. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Alrighty, and we'll go now. If you can rise for Mizmor LeDavid, it's your call, it's your option, and we'll sing Mizmor LeDavid. Mizmor LeDavid, Avul Adonai b'nei Elim, Avul Adonai kavod va'oz, Avul Adonai kivod shemo, Ishtachavu Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai alamayim, El hakavod hirim, Adonai alamayim rabim, Kol Adonai b'kol, Kol Adonai b'hadar, Kol Adonai shaver arazim, Vayishaver Adonai et arzei habanot, Vayakidem kemo egel, Lebanon v'Sirion kemo v'Re'emim, Kol Adonai chotzei lavot eish, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel hayalot, vayakesov ye'arot, Lovechalo kula omer chavod, Lovechalo kula omer chavod, Adonai lamavu yashav, Vayeshav Adonai melech le'olam, Adonai los le'amo yitain, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. May be seated if you are standing, and we're going to get to the Chadodi, and I want to explain to you that at my synagogue, we do a different version of the Chadodi every week. And so instead of doing one version, we're going to do them all, spread them out over different verses. And at the very end, my friend and colleague from the other conservative synagogue, Shirat Hayam, Keter Wilbransky, will do the last verse and join me there. So the first one is a traditional one. The second one is a variation of that traditional one, which I wrote. And then we'll do a couple by Cantor Aaron Ben Susan, a couple by Cantor Moshe Laffer, and the last three by Craig Tubman. So I'm sure you are going to be familiar with many of them. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'diborecha, ishmiyanu elam yuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet v'leitila. Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor habiracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh v'machshava techila. kabela mitash melech imeluka tumitzi mitot afika Kabbalat Shabbat v'yemek habaka v'yachamon alayechem la'lechadodi likakala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likakala b'nei Shabbat nekabela ina ari me'afar kulmi le'shi b'gdei tifatei ami ayat ben Yishai ben halakmi karba nafshi Allah I need the kadodi I need the kadkala I need Pnei Shabbat I need the kabela itoriri kiva hore kubi ori shir da baby kibod Adonai Allah yitnigla I need the kadodi I need the kadkala I need Pnei Shabbat I need the kabela lo tebo shivelo tikami Matishtakaki umahatemi Bach yakesu ani ami Benitetahat yir altila Aididai lekadodi Aididai likadkala Aididai Pnei Shabbat Aididai lekabela Lecha lecha dodi, likad kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likad kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. V'hayulim shisa shawasayich, v'rach makulka milvalahayich, yasis alahayich belahayich, Kim sos katana kala la 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 lecha dodi, likad kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likad kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Yamilu small, tifrotzi, mi'et Adonai ta'aritzi, al yarish ben partzi, benisbecha v'nahagi, la 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 lecha dodi, likad kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likad kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. So we'll ask you to unmute Cantor Harvey Walbransky, my friend and colleague from the other conservative synagogue, Cantor Walbransky, and this we will ask you to face your entrances if you can to greet the Shabbat Queen. Cantor.
Oh, v'shalom aterepala, dam simcha v'tzala, toch emunei ansegula, boi chala, la 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 lechadoti, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, lechadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
La 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 lechadodi, likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Good. Okay. At my synagogue at this point in the service, we light candles. So I'm going to ask you to unmute my congregant, Marcy Weinberg, Marcy and Jules Weinberg, and those of you who might be wanting to join her in lighting candles. Marcy, are you there? And we'll get off the screen share, that would help. I took it off a screen share, but I don't see her. Are we good? We still see Cantor Walbransky.
There we are.
Is Marcy okay?
I did okay.
Yep.
Not on the actuals yet.
There she is.
There you are. Okay.
Where's the thing?
You're here. They have you.
Yeah, we have to get rid of this.
There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, b'mitzvotav. V'tzivanu lahadlik ner, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner, Shel Shabbat, Shel Shabbat. Good Shabbos.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Marcy. Okay, so we're going to go back to screen share. Can you see the Mizmor share?
Yes.
Okay. Mizmor shir liyom HaShabbat, tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, uzamer leshimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatecha balelot, Alei Asor va'alei Navel, Alei Higayon Bechinor, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot ladonai, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, Uzamer leshimcha elyon. Sign of the at the red arrow. Sadiq katama yifrach yifrach, Sadiq katama yifrach. Sadiq katama yifrach yifrach, Sadiq katama yifrach. Ke erez bavanon yiske, ke erez bavanon yiske, ke erez bavanon yiske yiske. Ke erez balvanon yiske, ke erez balvanon yiske, ke erez balvanon yiske yiske. Od yenuvan beseva, desheni v'ra'anani miyu, le'agid ki ashar Adonai, suri v'lo avlatabo. Was Rabbi Krauss ever able to get on? Jerry, yes or no? No, I'm sorry. Okay, so we regret that for technical reasons. When my rabbi Aaron Krauss was not able to get on. So at this point we do a Devar Torah, and I will talk a little bit about Chukat, and it starts out about the red heifer, but the two rabbis that I was consulting with, that we used for our class a few days ago, focused in on the Moses hitting the rock, something that we've talked about a lot. And the key person actually isn't even Moses, it's Miriam. She dies. And that throws Moses off for a loop. Think about Miriam's role. She danced with the timbrels after the crossing of the Red Sea. She set up a rock so that there would be a traveling well. There was always water for the Israelites. And at this point in time, when they're about to cross the Jordan River, Miriam dies and the well dries up. Moses goes to God and says, what can we do now? Moses says, talk to the rock, tap it. And what does he do? As we all know, he smashes it with his rod and water comes gushing out, and God is not happy. He says, because you didn't have enough faith in me, and he's also talking to Aaron, you guys aren't going in. So the tradition tells us it was because he was angry at the people for kvetching all the time. But there's more to it than that. The part we don't realize is that Moses is missing Miriam. He is in grief mode. He can't handle it well enough. And so what's really happening here is that God is sending a message. Moses, you're 120 years old. And perhaps you are not the guy to lead the people into the promised land and take over. We need young blood. That's going to be Joshua. So even though God is not happy with Moses, it was still part of the plan, because some people do tend to get a little losing it at that age. And at that point, it was something that God understood was happening. It was all a metaphor, as one of our classmates told us, that it was time to change leaders. And even though you might think that it was a harsh punishment for what would be a relatively small mistake in comparison, it was not. It was time to make the change. Moses has done his job, and he's missing Miriam. He goes through grief. Perhaps he just needed to really work it through, and that was the consequence. Okay, so normally what happens here at the end of a Devar is we do Kiddush to Rabbanan, and I am actually going to put it up on the screen so you can participate in it if you like. And you're even welcome, if you guys are okay with this, I'll let you guys make the decision. You can unmute, and so you can respond and recite the Kiddush to Rabbanan with us if you like. Stan, is that a good idea? I don't hear you.
Yes, it's a very good idea. Those that are saying Kaddish, if they would like, they can unmute and join in, please.
Kaddish to Rabbanan, that's on the screen. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah,
Amen.
V'alma Divrach Hirutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon, V'yamechon, V'chayei Dechal Beit Yisrael, V'agala, V'zman Kariv, V'imeru, Amen.
Amen.
Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, V'olam V'lamei Alaya, Yit Barach, V'yishtabach, V'yit Pa'ar, V'yit Raman, V'yit Naseh, V'yit Hadar, V'yit Aleh, V'yit Halal, Shemei Dekudesha Barich, V'yela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Da'amiran V'yalma V'imru Amen. V'hei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Tovim Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
Amen.
I put up the wrong Kaddish, but I'm sorry. We'll say this anyway. I apologize. Okay, so I believe that this is we're getting to the end of this part of the program. So before you guys, I turn it back to you, I just want to remind our people that when we get off here, you may go on to our normal link and we'll continue our Mariv service. So thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Hazzan Ralph Goren from the Beth El Synagogue in suburban Atlantic City. Toda Rabbah. Thank you so much. Thank your congregation for joining us and leading us in a beautiful, beautiful Kabbalat Shabbat. And also please thank Cantor Wolbransky as well for joining. What a special treat. Kind of like a twofer. For the same price, we got 2 Hazzans. Well, 3, Zach's on as well, but just beautiful. Toda Rabbah. It really sets my mood, and I know it sets all of us on our Kabbalat Shabbat the mood as well. Bring in Shabbat. Toda Rabbah. Thank you so much.
Great.
I hope to see you one day in person in suburban Atlantic City.
You got a deal.
We'll come visit. Beautiful. And again, thank you for your congregation for joining as well. What a great treat.
I'm sure they were happy to be here.
And the link is in the chat if anyone wants to join. So if you could end the screen sharing, Cantor, please.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I should have
No
done
problem.
that. There we go. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Beautiful. Bye-bye. Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shalom. Gonna go scoot to my own. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Good to
ladies.
see you, Canner.
Welcome,
Thanks,
Marcy,
Steve.
take
We'll
care.
see you
See
soon.
you all
sometime.
next week.
Good
Nice
see
to
you.
see
Sally,
everybody.
take care. Good Shabbos.
Yum da 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 yum da 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 dum da 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 yum da 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 yum da 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 yum da 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 dum da 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 yum da 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 yum da 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 dum da 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 yum da 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 yum da 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 yum da 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 da